Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Can he swing from a web? I don't know the song. Hey guys, so just came out of seeing Spider-Man Far From Home and I loved it so much. It was so funny, it was so well thought out. There are so many details that they put in throughout the movie that just fits in perfectly with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So if you guys want to know what happens after Endgame, you should definitely see this movie, and I loved it so much. Much better than Homecoming. So yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home in cinemas July 3. We'll review on the blog soon. Hey guys, doing another video review today. This time talking about Spider-Man Far From Home. So as you can see from some of the clips in the video, those were actually taken when I saw the movie few days ago, last Thursday, at the Columbia Pictures preview room. So I was lucky enough to be one of the first few people in the country to see the movie. So what can I say? I just loved it so much. It follows after the events of Endgame. So if you want to know what happens after Endgame, you definitely have to check it out. And if you're thinking of skipping this one, don't. It's actually a very important part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe because it finishes off Phase 3 in a more positive tone, in a different tone entirely from Endgame. And it's actually like a stepping stone to Phase 4. So if you are a fan of all of the previous Marvel films, you have to see this one. Also, of course, if you're a Spider-Man fan. So as I said, I loved the movie. It was hilarious, it was super funny, and it was also very reminiscent of those vacation romantic comedy movies back in the day. But this time, of course, it's also a superhero movie. So lots of action, lots of great CGI, and Marvel, they really know their stuff. I was impressed how they were able to put in small details throughout the film, which just makes it part of the whole MCU puzzle. So there are definitely lots of small, interesting trivia in there. And when you look at it from the big picture, it's just like, wow. Okay, so going back to the movie, so as I said, it picks right up after the events of Endgame. It even explains what happened to school, since it's told from Peter Parker's perspective. So what happened to those classmates who were snapped and those who were not snapped. But in the movie, they actually call it blipped. So it starts by explaining what happened, and from there, it's basically Peter Parker goes on a European vacation with his classmates. And I think because he was snapped, or maybe he's thinking that he lost 5 years of his life, sort of. He just wants to be a regular guy and get the girl, MJ. So Peter is excited to go to Europe to get to confess his feelings for MJ, played by Zendaya. So, well, it's hilarious because in the previous movies, Peter Parker just wants to be an Avenger. He wants to be a superhero. But this time, he just wants to be a regular guy. And with the threat following their vacation, well, it's really up to Spider-Man to be the hero that Tony Stark knows that he. So we're actually shooting while the baby is sleeping, so apologies if there was a change in the light, or maybe there's a sound, the noise because of the air condition. Anyways, going back, so where was I? Yes. So as I was saying, Peter just wants to be a regular guy and get the girl. But then there is a threat during their European vacation. So apparently there are these monsters are known as elementals who are wreaking havoc. And Nick Fury, Agent Maria Hill, and the sort of a shield like a reminiscent of a shield group tries to contact Peter and tries to get him to be superhero again. So a bit reluctant, but he really doesn't have any choice. So Peter Parker, Spider-Man, joins forces with Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio, to beat these elementals. So we all know Mysterio is played by Jake Gyllenhaal, and I must say he did a good job in here. If fans of the comic would know that Mysterio is a guy that you should not be trusted. So that's all that I'm saying for now. It's interesting how they did the whole how they placed Mysterio into the MCU as well. So I really enjoyed that. Although there are parts of the film that the logic may seem a little loose, how the trick is done or when they explain it, but then you just get lost in it, and you just you're just convinced that yes, it can happen, it is happening. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was laughing the whole time, and I was, of course, you're on this journey with Peter, and he is, aside from just wanting to be the regular guy, he's also dealing with the grief and loss over the death of Tony Stark slash Iron Man. So it's not just dealing with the grief, but dealing with the pressures, of course, of being the next Tony Stark. So Peter knows that it's not him, but then circumstances call on him to be that hero that Tony Stark always knew that he was. And there's actually a particular scene in there, which I'm not spoiling, but this gets me choked up whenever I think about it. So yes, aside from the movie being super funny, there's also a few parts in there that might just make you cry. So there are two post-credit scenes, one in the middle and then one at the end of the credits. So make sure to stay in traditional Marvel Studios fashion for the post-credit scenes. And like I said, if you want to know what happens after Endgame, see this movie. If you're a fan of Spider-Man, see the movie. If you're a fan of the Marvel movies, see the movie. Or if you're a fan of the genre, superhero genre, then don't miss it. So Spider-Man Far From Home is in cinemas July 3. So I'm also announcing a special Spider-Man Far From Home giveaway. So we are giving away this Spider-Man Far From Home t-shirt. Now I have to say that this is not my shirt because I was also given a similar shirt by Columbia. That one is in the laundry. This one is from our friends at SM Cinema. So yeah, here we go. So Spider-Man Far From Home t-shirt, medium, size is medium. If you want to win this, so mechanics are, you have to share the link of this video on your timeline. Make sure that it's public so that we can see it. And I want you guys to tag a friend who you want to take on a European vacation. So, and use the hashtags, hashtag Team Peaching giveaway and hashtag Spider-Man Far From Home. And aside from that, you should also be subscribed to our YouTube page. And of course, if you have to like the page also, Team Peaching, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, click the bell as well. And follow me at Ika_Cheng on my socials, Twitter and Instagram. So there, if you want to win the t-shirt, make sure to join. Ta-da! And also, shout out, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is already streaming on Netflix as well. So that's it for today. Hope you see us. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a couple of guys from the office who requested for a shout out. So shout out to Zeus and Glenn. Hi. So yeah, if you want me to do shout outs in my next video, just let me know also. So that's it for now. Expect a lot of stuff on the baby's crying. Okay, let's